they began to see partisanship based on political preference. This is what the Karnataka Chief Minister himself said. He says, just because their Infosys, are they Bruhaspati or intellectuals? It is wrong to think of the survey as a survey of the backward classes. The central government will also conduct a caste census in the coming days. Will they still not cooperate? They may be showing such disobedience due to the misinformation they have, unquote. This is what the Chief Minister has said, viewers. Another minister of the government, the IT minister, has come out and said very directly, he's drawn a straight link to the BJP, that they're inspired by the BJP. Priyank Kharge has come out and said the caste census is a government initiative, survey that includes a lot of other information as well. So it is a caste survey, but it also includes other information as well. It is surprising that a member of parliament makes such statements. Clearly, I think it is inspired by other BJP leaders or the co-direction, unquote. This rhetoric not only undermines their personal integrity, but also reflects a broader intolerance for dissent within the party, viewers. Similarly, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw faced unwarranted criticism from Karnataka ministers after she highlighted Bengaluru's deteriorating infrastructure. Instead of addressing the city's civic issues, and you know, viewers, Bengaluru is going through a very rough patch. All the ministers, or at least those that hold weighty portfolios, disparaged her concerns, labeling them as, quote, hurtful, and viewers, at one instance, anti-national in spirit. This reaction underscores a troubling trend where constructive criticism is met with hostility rather than engagement. Viewers, government should be listening to the citizenry. They shouldn't be browbeating the citizenry. In the case of the RSS, which is a socio-cultural organization that doesn't share the Congress POV, the reaction has been even more extreme. A government order has been invoked threatening government officials with RSS background with suspension. Such actions not only stifle democratic discourse, but also erode the principles of accountability and transparency. This close-mindedness does not sit well with a party that is led by a scion who swears by constitutionalism. Rahul Gandhi is most often seen walking around with a constitution in his hands, viewers. Surely he respects it in letter and spirit. Let's open this up because some questions need to be asked. Sudha Halkai is the spokesperson today from the Bharatiya Janata Party who's with us. We have Dr. Ranganathan. We have Nikhil Jain, Ashwini Mishra, political analyst who represents the Congress point of view. First, let me begin with you, Dr. Ranganathan. What do you make of this sort of reflexive, I hope I'm not overstating the case here, but reflexive disdain for anyone of any worth who seems to be pitching in and making some sort of comment that is not aligned with the government? Is that not allowed?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. It's not just draconian, this is telltale fascism. The Murthis have exercised their right to opt out of the caste survey. They say they are not OBC, so they don't have to participate in the survey. But the fact is, according to the High Court order, you don't have to participate in it even if you are an OBC. Why should individuals be compelled to disclose sensitive caste information when it risks perpetuating divisions rather than fostering equality? It is your right to privacy, and the violation of it has ironically been proven right through the public outing of Sudha Murthy's survey form itself, including her home address. Might be that goons might be sent to her home now. This is very worrying. This bullying and mocking of a citizen who is going according to the rules of the High Court order by a sitting Chief Minister of Congress displays not just the pettiness, but the ingrained fascism, as I said, that runs in Congress's veins. Not for nothing, you have to say, did Rahul Gandhi's grandfather fought in Mussolini's army alongside the Nazis? The present Congress government in Karnataka is the one that is displaying Nazism. Not just talking about the present hounding of the RSS by a 12th class fail. Not just talking about the hounding of Kiran Majumdar-Shaw for speaking out in the calamitous Bangalore infra by a 12th class pass. Remember, BJP worker Shakuntala was arrested for a social media post criticizing Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Remember, teacher Shantala Murthy was suspended for his Facebook post criticizing the Congress freebie schemes. Remember the notice to lecturer Huli Kanti for his social media post. Remember the FIR against DD News journalists Prakhar and Ashok Srivastava that was recently stayed by none other than the Karnataka High Court. Remember the Karnataka police travelling 1,000 miles to arrest YouTuber Ajit Bharti for his harmless comment on Rahul Gandhi. Remember the arrest of Vineet Nayak from Goa by Karnataka police for his criticism of Congress manifesto. Remember the banning of the film Hamare Bara because it offended the Muslim community. Remember the Karnataka Congress minister Shivraj saying he will not allow any of Kamal Hassan's movies to be released in Karnataka unless he apologizes. Remember the proposed draconian and outrageous misinformation bill that has deliberate vague clauses that can be used to arrest anyone who says anything considered inconvenient. And this is just Karnataka. I haven't even come to Congress ruled Telangana, where the sitting chief minister threatens to strip journalists in the streets. What are we talking about, Rahul? And they say Modi is fascist.
Well, these are facts, viewers. They can't be dismissed out of hand. And especially this commentary. You made an example out of Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. Then you want to extern the Sangh. Now you are going after the Murtis. Nikhil Jain, how do you respond to this? I think Dr. Ranganathan has pretty much set down with some hard facts his case.
Rahul, so Sudha Murthy may have exercised her right to not take part in a socio-economic survey. This is not a survey only of the backward communities like she's been misguided or misinformed. It is a socio-economic survey of 2 crore households in Karnataka that pretty much covers the entire population of Karnataka. She has exercised her right to not take part in it. Priyank Kharge has exercised his right to freedom of speech. He has criticized her for not taking part in it. What is wrong in that? I really don't see. And it's actually laughable, Rahul, when Dr. Ranganathan sits here and calls this fascism and this and that, because some minister said that what Ms. Majumdar-Shaw said was hurtful. What does the BJP do when somebody criticizes them? They call them anti-national, they call them Khalistani, they call them terrorists. The moment somebody raises a question about a defense deal, they are Khalistanis or terrorists. No, sorry, they are terrorists. They are pro-Pakistan, they are pro-China. The moment the farmers of the country sit at protest for asking for the right, for their rights and for their rights to not be given away to the corporates, they're called Khalistanis. The moment students sit and talk about protecting the rights of the minority communities, they're called terrorists or Pakistanis. The BJP is the last party to be commenting on any of this. And so far as the right to privacy is concerned, are we forgetting the egregious assault on our right to privacy with the government that is being done through the Aadhaar, in complete contradiction of the Supreme Court judgment in the Aadhaar case?
What are you talking about? Can you explain?
Boogie by the BJP is just
can you explain?
And fallacious. There was a...
Can you explain?
The Supreme Court judgment in the Justice Puttaswamy, the Supreme Court judgment of 2018 in the Justice Puttaswamy case made it very clear that the government cannot mandate Aadhaar. But right now you try and get admission into a hospital, you will not get Aadhaar. You will not be admitted without Aadhaar. I've seen that firsthand.
But can I say something, sir?
You don't get it without Aadhaar.
But
you
can I say
and
something?
Pretty much file
Fair
anything
enough.
with
But
the
can I
government.
say something?
You can't do it without Aadhaar.
Okay, can I point out a contradiction? Because when the EC said that in the SIR, Aadhaar is not really a requirement. You guys nearly burnt the house down. You went to the Supreme Court. A large number of your pals went to the Supreme Court. I mean, the ecosystem went to the Supreme Court and they stood there and they said, how can you keep Aadhaar out? How can you keep Aadhaar out? You tore your hair out. I mean, I don't know. So are we hair splitting here?
Precisely the point. Aadhaar was... No. Aadhaar was an initiative started by the UPA government to initiate and execute.
So I'm asking you just said that Aadhaar has been made.
The BJP opposition at the time.
So Nikhil ji,
can you let me complete my point, please?
I'm only bringing out the
Rahul
I'm only bringing out a contradiction.
Can I please answer?
You just said that they are making Aadhaar the Aadhaar for everything.
Just caught him.
But then you went to the court and you said make the Aadhaar for everything.
Where is the discussion all about? Where is the discussion
No,
all
can I-
about?
One second.
Not at all. Rahul,
Okay.
Rahul, the Congress party of the opposition is not anti-Aadhaar.
Okay.
What they are saying is you cannot force down Aadhaar down the throats of citizens. Exactly what is the case with socio-economic survey.
Okay.
The government wants to conduct it, the Karnataka government wants to conduct it, but they are not forcing
What
their
I've
citizens.
heard from
Of course,
Mr.
the
Jain
ministers
right
in their
now.
individual capacities have the right
Fair
to
enough,
criticize
fair enough,
people.
sir, fair enough. what I've heard from, and Dr. Ranganathan, you please respond to him, but I just want to make a quick quip. What we've heard from Mr. Jain is whataboutery. If they can do it, who are they? Who are they to tell us? Who are they to call us out? This, that, the other. Fair enough. It's legitimate. The second part is a little more worrying for me. He has exercised.
What was Dr. Ranganathan
one
doing in his
second, sir.
speech?
One second.
What was he doing in his speech?
Can you allow me, sir?
Was it not whataboutery? Was it not whataboutery?
Okay, let him explain what he was doing,
Can I-
but can you just give me 30 seconds, sir? I'm not going to take more of your time on this show. The fact of the matter is, viewers, he began by saying they are exercising. The government is exercising its right to free speech. But then be factual. If it is already something that is not incumbent on everyone to participate in, then move on. Why do you have to go after the Murtis, say, are they some intellectuals, are they, just because they run Infosys, just because there's a BJP connect there? Why in any way, viewers, would you want to belittle somebody who has done so much to put your state out there?
Exactly.
Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, you want to make a point.
Very quickly, 3 points before other two
Police
exalted
raid on the
panelists.
Murtis, it is a
come in.
statement by a minister.
And Nikhil, I
What
did
is
not
wrong with
interrupt you. Please. Nikhil, please. Nikhil, especially on Diwali Eve, where I wish you a very happy Diwali. No, please listen to me. Now, 3 points. Number one, as you correctly said, Rahul, that Nikhil's entire diatribe was full of whataboutery. We are fascists, yes, but so is BJP. Is that the answer of combating fascism? I gave him 9 concrete examples of rampant trampling of freedom of speech in Karnataka and also one in Telangana. All Congress ruled. No response. Number 2, when he says, well, if people are critical of Sudha Murthy, they are exercising their free speech. I'm sorry, this is dog whistling. Because they have outed and made public her form, which has her home address. And now, trust me, this public hounding by a sitting chief minister, no less, will result in maybe stone pelting of her house. Who knows? Number 3, the fact of the matter is, Rahul, public owes you a debt of gratitude. Because when Nikhil talks about urban Naxal, he talks about anti-national. You are the one who told us that urban Naxal, the term was first utilized by the Congress.
Yeah.
The fact anti-national was first used by Chidambaram when he filed when 8,000
Affidavit.
sedition charges were filed against activists. Where everyone is a fascist until the real fascists arrive, and the real fascist is the Congress. And just 10 seconds, I dare Nikhil Jain to be mildly critical of the Congress. He will face the same fate as Sanjay Jha, and I'm not talking of just the physical resemblance that he has with him.
Ashwini Mishra, let me bring you in. Look, and I'll ask you this. Now, are you saying he's a mini Sanjay Jha? He's Sanjay Jha part 2? No, he's not. So let's not go there. But the fact of the matter is, Ashwini Mishra, let me ask you a simple and straightforward question. Okay, sir. Okay. You don't want to be Jha number 2. There is a history to this. So I just want to bring.
Shehzad is not on the debate.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, I'm glad Shehzad is not on the debate.
No, there was
And
another
I'm sure
gentleman,
Rahul
another
don't have
Jha.
to apologize like Shehzad did.
Another Jha who was on the debate. Anyhow, I just want to bring in the Congress spokesperson here. Now, Mr. Mishra, look, people are within their rights to participate or not participate. They're within their right to go out there and criticize if they feel something is wrong. I just want to ask you, was Kiran Majumdar Shaw, did her response, did her criticism warrant these kind of epithets? And let me just tell you what they are. Number one, the first thing is that she has exhibited an anti-national in spirit. And secondly, very hurtful remarks, almost trying to browbeat her. What was the need? I'll tell you, sirs, traffic congestion. Bengaluru is ranked Asia's most traffic congested city in 2023. Drivers spend 132 extra hours per year in traffic. Estimated 20,000 crore lost annually due to time, fuel, productivity. That in itself would have funded a couple of schemes that you can't fund right now because you've overpromised. Then there is the pothole proliferation issue. I'm just giving hard facts, viewers. Despite 12 crore allocation for repairs, potholes rose 63%. To 1.09 lakh in 2023-2024 to 1.78 lakh in 24-25. These are all figures that have appeared, viewers, in the Deccan Herald. I'm even giving you the source. So, Mr.
Rahul
Yashwini Mishra, instead of pulling up your socks and saying, okay, these are valid criticisms, at least they're not coming from the BJP, hence they are not motivated, they're coming from the normal citizenry. There's another citizen who decided to shut shop and move to another part of the state. You had a problem with that gentleman also. Then you go and ask Azim Premji, can you release land so that we can have more flow of traffic through your land? He says nothing doing. There is a problem. Otherwise, why would you be asking for all these favors? So if someone is pointing it out, let it be.
Rahul, you compared Nikhil with Dhar number 2. I hope you don't have to say apologize just like Sajad did. Anyways, let me come to
I never said, I said do not do it.
Okay, let me come to your questions. I request you to be a just journalist and ask question rather than being rhetoric or judgmental about, because in your opening statement you told that Bangalore is going through rough patch, and here also you're being rhetoric in terms of Bangalore is having a serious concern in last 24 months. It's not that case. I have been in Bangalore. I have been in Bangalore from 2005 to 2011. Bangalore has these problems, and these problems are because of the geo of the Bangalore. You cannot have road cannot be widened in Bangalore, so you have to build flyovers on top of flyovers. Anandji, I have been in Bangalore. I studied from NIT Surat. I spent 6 years in Bangalore. I understand Bangalore very much. Now, coming back to your question, we are open for constructive criticism. We always welcome constructive criticism, and we are putting our best foot forward. We are building.
Sir, since you have such love for Sanjay Jha, I'm asking you a question. Why was Sanjay Jha suspended?
Yes.
Since you're so open for criticism, can you tell me, since you have such love for him, you think that, I should be apologizing or I will be forced to apologize. This that God alone knows where. I'm asking you, sir. Such defensiveness on his behalf. Why was he suspended from the party?
I will not want to answer that question.
No, but tell me.
Because that's quite irrelevant to the discussion.
It is
here.
no, it's completely relevant. You know what Sanjay Jha ended up doing, viewers, after the elections? 1 minute, I'll tell you what happened. Viewers, after the Lok Sabha massive meltdown of the Congress party and its prospects, he wrote a piece in a couple of newspapers where he said the time had come for the Congress party to embrace change at the top. That there was a necessity to have an open, transparent system of leadership election, not a selection. And he said the party must be moved away from this very dynastic focus of it. And at the grassroots, true democracy must come. Very valid suggestions, viewers. For that, he was suspended.
Rahul,
there were a whole other bunch of leaders in the G23 also that were. Yeah.
Rahul, Congress is the most democratic party in our country.
Okay.
Most democratic party.
Okay.
Think of a BJP leader who can utter a single word against Modi ji and Amit Shah and can stay in party. In our party, there are people who use the kind of languages against the Congress leader and is still in party because we value in the democracy.
Right.
We value in the democratic process.
Now
let me.
Yeah, please, I want to get in.
Respond to this. So they are democratic.
1 minute. There is absolutely a draconian administration which is going on in Karnataka, and it is a shadow of emergency which is persisting in Karnataka today. And what he's talking about the democracy, the very question of constitution, the very question of democracy, right to speech and right to expression is questioned by the people who keep the constitution book in their hands every now and then, and they talk about the constitution. Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Priyank Kharge, they are the one who always talk about the constitution. And now whoever has been vocal regarding whatever the situation of the infrastructure of the Karnataka, Bangalore, or when it comes to Sudha Murthy ma'am and Narayan Murthy sir, when they told they don't want to participate in this survey, and as you have already told, because the Honorable High Court has very well given the instructions, worded that it is not mandatory to participate in this survey, it is optional. Second thing is, it is very much that they have to keep up the details of the information which is given by the participants. That has to be, it's not supposed to be leaked out in the public. And what they have done today is, it is contempt of court. I repeat, it is contempt of court and it is breach of trust.
Just to upstage. Just to upstage. Just to upstage. Just to upstage the Infosys owners. Okay, just 1 second.
Exactly, and I'll tell you.
I have another
No,
more
this
worrying
is
question to
misinformation,
ask.
Rahul. This is misinformation, Rahul.
Okay, one second.
We
One
just regretted their
Yes,
decision.
one second, Mr.
We
Mishra.
never said that something can be forced.
Okay,
We
one
welcome
sec.
their decision
No.
also. If
Actually,
you
you actually you didn't welcome.
Statement,
Actually, you didn't welcome. This is the
decision.
exact statement of. I just want to bring it on record, viewers. Exact statement of Mr. Siddaramaiah. Just because they are Infosys, they are Brahuspati. It is wrong to think of the survey as a survey of the backward classes. And his own minister says, yes, it is a caste survey. So make up your minds. Yes, doctor. Very quickly, and I move on.
First of all, the execution for the caste survey is given only to the central government and not to the state government. We have seen yesterday also how Mr. Priyank Kharge had criticized Kiran Majumdar's questioning, her being vocal, and she was requesting that the infrastructure should be increased, should be made proper in the Karnataka environment, especially the road potholes and the garbage management. What is wrong in that? This is done only just.
Okay, stop shouting over each other. Lower their faders. One second. Dr. Ranganathan.
Siddaramaiah has done.
No, I've understood that.
I want to put on.
I think you made your point. 1 minute. I don't want to get into a tutu meme or, a back and forth here on this show. Just give me 30 seconds. I just want to quickly bring in Dr. Ranganathan, and then I want to sum up with a point and move on. Yes.
Yeah, no, very quickly, you mentioned rightly so Sanjay Jha and the fact that he was suspended. Well, now the Congress has graduated from suspension to straight away rustication or maybe, dismissal. You remember what happened immediately after the vote chori claims when a Karnataka Congress minister, I think Ramaiah ji, his name was,
yes.
He said that we should look introspect as well. And according to sources or the news that was published, Rahul Gandhi asked Siddaramaiah to not just suspend him, but sack him. And secondly, this is the same Siddaramaiah who today has tweeted that Bangalore bus service has been considered is given the Book of London Awards or something, is complete fuzzy awards that have been given. These guys can't even check a simple thing that
someone
it is Chuna Mandi, the office of that London court is in
Chuna Mandi, I know. That was quite terrible.
Rahul, can
Just one second. I just want to wrap out because, viewers, we don't have much more time. I just want to say one thing. The more draconian step that was taken, viewers, which reeks really of despotism, is when you try and, on a mass scale, shut down an organization. The Sangh Parivar, the RSS, is being shut down. Almost muzzled through a law.
That's a headline.
Through a law. One second, stop. Okay, just calm down, calm down. 1 minute, Mr. Jain, calm down. There's a law that has been passed where it is being very clearly mentioned that any government servant affiliated with the RSS going to their functions, etc., will be suspended. Number 2, viewers, they've said that if the RSS wants to hold, for example, any event, this, that, the other, they will have to even take out a public protest, this, that, the other. They'll have to seek government permission. Now, do you think that will be given in today's, viewers, absolutely bellicose circumstances? No, I don't think so. But you know what is more worrying? What does the RSS stand for? It stands for the UCC. It stands for the abrogation of Article 370. One is a directive principle of state policy. The same UCC, the Supreme Court says, must be implemented in this country. And viewers, by their own admission, whose support do they take? SDPI in the election. And what does the SDPI stand for? Exactly the opposite. They say we don't want the UCC. So they undermine not only the spirit, but also the letter of the Constitution. But they are allowed, viewers, in the state. Just giving you one small example of this strange selectivity. But we need to move on, viewers. Just moving on, Pakistan is in deep trouble. It's not India that is so much in mortal danger from two fronts, but in a stunning reversal of strategic fortunes, it is Pakistan that is exposed on two fronts. On the one hand is the external threat, India and Afghanistan axis. The Pak army has suffered a humiliating pounding over the last few days. The friendship border gate that internal threat, the mutinies born out of dissatisfaction with the rulers in Rawalpindi and Islamabad, the army and the political establishment, the executive. The visual evidence of this threat came in the form of a devastating car bomb attack by rebels at an army facility in the Waziristan region of Pashtun-dominated KPK province of the country. You can see those pictures in the middle of your screens. You can see the rising plume of smoke a testament to the severity of the blast that caused untold damage to both the mind and material of the Pakistan forces. Viewers, if this was a visual metaphor for the rebellion, confirmation came via declaration from the province's chief minister himself. Listen in.
मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, जिस तरह मेरे लीडर मेरे कायद जनाब इमरान खान साहब ने कल जेल से पैगाम भेजा था कि हमने कल बाद अज नमाज जुम्मा इंशाअल्लाह ताला पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में TLP के जो कारकुनान बेगुनाह शहीद किए गए, ज़ख्मी किए गए, उनके साथ इजहार यकजहती के लिए और जुल्म के ख़िलाफ़ हमने पूरे खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में निकलना है और एहतजाज करना है। तो तमाम खैबर पख्तूनख्वा की आवाम, जिस तरह आपको मैसेज आया होगा पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ की ज़िली तंजीम के जो हमारे मशान हैं उनकी तरफ से, तो आप सब ने जो है अपने अपने ज़िलों में निकलना है और इस एहतजाज में भरपूर हिस्सा लेना है। शुक्रिया।
This is just the internal threat, the internal rebellion that is tearing Pakistan asunder. Perhaps some people say even into three parts if this situation persists. But the external is also weighing upon the Pakistanis, especially the harried establishment and its very stretched armed forces that have now run to their friends in DC and Doha seeking mediation. In fact, viewers, as we speak in Doha, peace talks are going on, mediated by the Emir of Qatar between the Afghans and the Pakistanis. In fact, they've even gone on record to register their SOS, Khwaja Asif, saying we welcome. Please come and mediate. Listen to this.
ट्रंप का कोई किरदार हो सकता है आगे जाके इस सीज फायर को होल्ड कराने में, मामले को आगे बढ़ाने में?
मैं ये पहला प्रेसिडेंट है जिसने जंगें बंद करवाई हैं। पिछले 15-20 बल्कि 20-25 साल से जो है वो स्पॉन्सर ही होती रही हैं जंगें। तो मेरा ख्याल है कि हम उनके दाई हैं प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप जो हैं, और एविडेंस जो है वो सारी दुनिया देख रही है कि हम जो है उसको ब्रोकर कर रहे हैं, उसमें सालसी का किरदार अदा कर रहे हैं। अगर वो यहाँ भी करना चाहता है, इज मोस्ट वेलकम।
Most welcome. The Afghan-India axis is really weighing on Pakistan. Its ministers and journalists are now raving about Afghanistan for what they call is a bitter betrayal. Listen to this, viewers.
सिर्फ एटमी हथियार नहीं है, बल्कि एटमी हथियार के जो वॉर हेड्स हैं, यानी कि हमारे पास मिसाइल भी हैं। कौन से मिसाइल हैं जी? हमारे पास हैं जी गजनवी मिसाइल, गौरी मिसाइल, अब्दाली मिसाइल। अब ये जो तीनों हैं, महमूद गजनवी और शाहबुद्दीन गौरी और अहमद शाह अब्दाली, ये तीनों जो हैं इनका ताल्लुक अफ़गानिस्तान से। और अहमद शाह अब्दाली साहब को आज भी अफ़गानिस्तान का, जो आज का अफ़गानिस्तान है, उसका फाउंडर कहा जाता है। तो हमने तो अपने मिसाइलों के नाम रखे हुए हैं अफ़गानों के जो हीरोज़ हैं उनके नाम पर, जिन्होंने हिंदुस्तान पे हमले किए और उनके साथ लड़ाई की। और अफ़गान तालिबान जो हैं वो अब उनकी प्रॉक्सी बनते जा रहे हैं।
Viewers, this is just a sample. Derision directed towards the Afghans for siding with India. India, of course, has also come out and backed Afghanistan in this war, viewers. And this has really rattled the Pakistanis. They thought that they were clever and they had opened 2 fronts or maybe even 3 fronts against India. Today the situation is reversed after Operation Sindoor, viewers. The question is, are these setbacks a mortal blow to the prestige of the Pakistan's armed forces, which are getting pummeled even by a ragtag army? If Pakistan is truly, the other big question, truly the sole pole, as they call themselves, of the Muslim world, as General Munir proclaims, why is he not able to win the trust of Muslim brothers, viewers, and unite his country and keep it united? Fundamental questions tonight, viewers, and let's open this up because we can ask these questions of some of our guests. And I want to first begin with the rebellious Imran Khan's party, Mr. Yaqub here on the show. Mr. Yaqub, how bad is the situation internally? How bad is the frustration with Rawalpindi? How bad is the frustration with Islamabad? How brittle is the accord between the various provinces in Pakistan?
Well, it is no more a secret that Pakistan is currently facing multifaceted and multi-dimensional crisis. I mean, this is the first time We have never seen Pakistan in such close paths. Pakistan is not just fighting on a two-front war. It's within the Pakistan as well. I mean, on the western and eastern border is already warmed up. But currently, the Baloch issue, the insurgency in Balochistan, and then the rebellions in the KPK, the ongoing operations in the South Waziristan. Then on the political side, there is ongoing and the continuous battle with the PTI.
Yes.
On the other hand, they are fighting with the TLP. I mean, a huge massacre which we have witnessed a few days ago. Hundreds of hundreds of.
I can just show the pictures. Look at these pictures, viewers, of the blasts. Let's just show those blasts that our guest, Mr. Yaqub, is talking about. I want you to see those pictures, viewers, and the battered gate, that friendship gate between Afghanistan and Pakistan. वो भी उनकी भी धज्जियां उड़ाती हैं, viewers. Look at that. There you can see it. And Mr. Jadoon, you know, there is another visual which I showed 3 days ago on this show, on this very show. And you know, one of your country mates, your compatriots got really worked up. देखिए वो पैंट उतार दी आपकी आर्मी की. There you can see it. It's आप जो अफगान soldiers हैं, they have stripped the trousers off your army and hung them up in Kabul or Afghanistan or wherever this is on their soil. First India gave you the hiding of your life, mismanagement by General Munir, failed marshal, not field marshal, and now there is this ragtag army. उन्होंने ही आपकी पैंट उतार दी. ये तो बहुत ही, this is not looking good for you.
Okay, Rahul, I hope you're better than Arnab Goswami.
Yeah, please, sir. I have no agenda. I have no skin in the game. Your skin is in the game. So please go on.
Let me respond.
Yeah.
Rahul, basically, as far as Pakistan and Afghanistan are concerned, there are divided tribes, people living across the dual line on one side and the other. We hosted Afghan refugees, more than 4 million Afghan refugees over 2 decades. We have looked after them, and still we are looking after more than 4 million Afghans living in Pakistan. Now, why India is happy? Because India got the thrashing of their life. When Pakistan in 4-day conflict came up, emphatically a winner country, we shot down US-7 fighter planes. And this was admitted by CDS Chauhan in Singapore during an interview with Bloomberg. He said, it is not important how many fighter planes were shot down, but what is important is why they were shot down. And then your deputy chief of army staff admitted that Pakistan used very effectively multi-domain the war in the war arena. And now your country is trying to get closer to Afghanistan because you want to avenge the defeat you suffered at the hands of Pakistan.
Okay, so just 1 second, sir. 1 second. Mr. Jadoon.
I will appreciate if you just let me complete.
No, just 1 second. On that point, just 1 minute. Just give me 30 seconds. I'll let you complete after that. I just want to correct you and ask you a counter question so you can logically log that in your mind. Sir, you talked about aircrafts falling out of the skies and so on and so forth. First of all, sir, there is no evidence of it. I have not seen one photograph of it.
I quoted your CDS.
No, 1 second. No, the CDS was talking in a different perspective, and he has come out and clarified it. I think the persons he was speaking to misquoted him. But nonetheless, I just want you to show me one photograph of the Rafale that has come down. Because if you're talking about losses, for a moment, let's concede, okay, we had losses. I understand. We have photographs of your damaged airfields. We have photographs of your damaged installations and your aircraft. By that, if you go by strictly those parameters, numbers versus numbers, you have suffered 3 times the number of damage that we have. So you would have you've come out poorer from this.
Okay. Rahul, what is very interesting is, after the lapse of 4 months, your air chief started claiming that they downed Pakistan's fighter planes, and then another top military leader, the DGMO, he started claiming that we shot down or destroyed in the air.
Actually, sir, again, you're factually wrong, because during the operations, there was
You're not letting me speak.
No, Mr. Jadoon. No, because I'm just correcting you. It wasn't after. Please correct your facts since you've asked me to correct mine. So I'm asking you to correct yours. The day, excuse me, sir, the day the first operation took place, there was a press conference and we were told exactly what happened with visual evidence, sir, also corroborated by individual OSINT handles and other governments. Number two, the next few days that unfolded, every afternoon and every morning there was a press conference with visual evidence that was shown to all of us. So it wasn't after 6 months and 5 months, it was on the day.
If you have to speak the full time, then
don't get agitated. I'm only pointing out the facts.
Just give me one uninterrupted minute.
Please take another uninterrupted minute.
Okay, now come back to Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India conundrum. Your caption shows axis. It is basically the India-Afghanistan nexus. Not even Afghanistan, but it is the now Afghan Taliban and India nexus.
Right.
And the nexus was there when Ashraf Ghani was in power. This nexus was there when Hamid Karzai was in power. Okay. You wanted a foothold in Afghanistan to destabilize Pakistan. You did that.
So what?
Please,
Isn't that good, smart strategy?
You said
We're
1 minute.
outflanking you.
Please let me complete.
Okay.
What you said, we agreed 1 minute, okay?
Yeah.
And then you started destabilizing Pakistan, and we eventually were able to blunt your moves. And now you are using your own proxies in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and you're using your proxies in
so you're done now, sir?
No, I'm not done. 30 seconds.
So can I ask you a question?
Now what you do? No, 30 seconds and then you can ask a question.
Sir, आपने पहले 1 minute मांगा, अब 1 minute 30 seconds. You're sounding like somebody I know. Yes.
Rahul, same Taliban which you demonized, the same Taliban which you demonized. Now you believe that these same Talibans are your friends now.
Okay. So Mr. Jadoon, we've heard you out now.
Okay.
It's the familiar broken record. Viewers, they are the ones who celebrated the victory of the Taliban. General Bakshi, they are the ones who celebrated the victory of the Taliban when the Taliban won 4 years ago because Biden and gang decided to decamp from there, hot foot out, left all their equipment. And Pakistan said, "Ji, hamari jeet hai because we'll have strategic depth now." They are all having a meltdown. That Maulana Fazlur Rahman has come out and said, "Ki bhai, you've done the worst thing." He's issued a statement. I can play it out right now. You've done the worst thing by alienating the Afghans. The Afghans never forgive. Go and make up with them. Otherwise, you're done for. This is Maulana Fazlur Rahman, who is one of their leading politicians. General.
Absolutely, Maulana Diesel has been unequivocal in that. You will recall, Rahul, that when the Taliban had triumphed in Afghanistan and the Americans were in full rout of a retreat, the Pakistanis had done their best to stab the retreating Americans in the back, and then the DG ISI had gone there in a very triumphalist mode, as if he was now the conquistator of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And all Afghanistan lay at Pakistan's feet. They were crowing about their strategic depth, etc. The denouement is tragic and but it was highly predictable, because Pakistan tried to act like Afghanistan was a bloody colony, like precisely how it had treated Bangladesh, and the Afghans have given it back. The problem for Pakistan is Pakistan is posing as the security provider for the Middle East. They want to contribute troops for the defense of Riyadh. They want to contribute troops for the pacification of Gaza, disarming of the Hamas, about a core worth, if you please. And yet at home they have been beaten black and blue.
Yeah.
By a ragtag army which you can hardly call an army. It's a guerrilla outfit. But they have thrashed them black and blue, and they have cut an extremely sorry figure on the international stage, where they were trying to strut about like Cubans of the East.
Absolutely.
Like the greatest military power ever since the Muhammad.
And General, I didn't mean to be disrespectful or provocative needlessly when I called Maulana Fazlur Rahman fiddle faddle, because these were words coined by the iconic Pakistani journalist Ayaz Amir. I used to read his editorials about 25 years ago when I was in the Times of India writing for them. Those were his words, Maulana fiddle faddle. And the Dim, Imran the Dim, that he, you probably remember that, Mr. Yaqub, those were old days, those days have gone. And there used to be even a satirical column on the Dim, if you remember, written by a lady. So all of that, you see, viewers, I'm going back into time. I'm just paraphrasing Pakistanis who have described their other compatriots. This is the situation there. And Yaqub Saab, I'll bring you in after Dr. Ranganathan. Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of what Mr. Jadoon is saying right now?
Yeah, before that, I'll tell you what I make of you. You're a pakka British. You've outed yourself. You read The Spectator and enjoy Salman Rushdie coining the Dim. But be that as it may, look, the fact of the matter is that when you talked about the severe dent in the prestige of the Pakistani army, I'm sorry, Rahul, but the Pakistani army has as much prestige as the recent London Book of Awards that have been provided to the Karnataka government for its bus service. But, Pakistanis, if we were governed by Congress, Pakistanis right now would have been saying, at least we have one border with a friendly government. It's not what Pakistan and Afghanistan are combating for or with or whatever it may be. Incidentally, what happened to that pact with Saudi Arabia of Pakistan, where a war against one nation would be a war against Saudi Arabia? Where are the Saudis? Are they fighting the Afghans? No. But the fact of the matter is, what about India? We just should be thankful that we have Modi at the helm. Otherwise, God knows we might be providing weaponry to Pakistan to fight Afghanistan. Considering what we did after 26/11, we gave Pakistan the most favored nation. We included Baluchistan in the Sharm el-Sheikh. We did everything that Pakistan asked for. And as for this Pakistani senior journalist who was saying that we have given India the hiding of its life, I want to ask him one question. If he has an ounce of integrity, being a journalist that still commands, I want to ask him, sir, in 1971, two armies fought, Pakistani army and Indian army. Can you please tell me which of those signed the surrender papers, sir?
You want me to respond to you?
Yes, sir. Which army signed the surrender papers?
Let me respond then. You always talk about 1971, but you don't talk about.
No, answer the question.
Now, if you ask me to respond, then let me
Saab, if you have an answer, please answer. If you're going to spin it around and do what about you, वो अलग बात है.
If you keep interrupting, how can I speak?
चलो मैं याकूब साहब से पूछ लेता हूँ. Let me. अगर आपको इतना difficulty हो रही है to answer a straightforward question.
It's not a difficulty. We gave you bloodied face. Let me talk now. We gave you the bloodied face in May 2025. 4 days conflict. Your myth of
I mean, sir, building है आपकी टूटी फटी वहाँ पर. आपके नहीं 1 second. अब sir, we've heard you. Please at least show me one photograph, sir. One photograph of damage that has been done on our soil. Let me bring in Mr. Yaqub once. Mr. Yaqub, I just want to ask you, would you agree with me when I said that the Pakistani response to Operation Sindoor militarily was mismanaged? You had Bolari airfield. You have had all airfields impacted there. You have had your main Mudrike, the headquarters, Bhavalpur, all those things bombed. Sir, that happened. Pakistanis were uploading videos and criticizing. Would you not agree with me at least on this one point, sir?
Well, I would prefer Jadoon Saab to respond it because there was a destruction on the both sides, and I don't want to indulge in these arguments.
So let me ask you a question. What do you make of Mr. Jadoon, who says that it is India who has pulled Afghanistan away and not Pakistan who's pushed it away? उस पे तो आप जवाब दे सकते हैं.
See, I think what matters the most is that how world community see this. How the world community see the results of the war. I mean, दुनिया क्या समझती है इस war के बारे में, वो ज़्यादा मैटर करता है.
No, I'm asking you, Mr. Yaqub, the business of upsetting Afghanistan. Who has upset Afghanistan?
देखें, unfortunately, the policy of the current regime is to sort out everything militarily, to sort to deal
That's
with the
it, viewers.
political issues.
I leave it at that. That's all that needed to be said. Now we know who is the person with integrity on that side of the border. Mr. Yaqub at least has summed it up. I leave it at that, viewers. We are moving on now to a very interesting subject. Viewers, this Diwali is the silver wali Diwali, many people are saying. Yes, it's very strange, but silver has emerged as 2025's most rewarding investment, with silver ETFs delivering an average return of 102% so far this calendar year. The white metals rally, fueled by surging industrial demand and tightening global supplies, has shattered records and is now trading near rupees 1.8 lakh per gram in the spot market. Analysts are forecasting long-term targets of up to rupees 2.46 lakh per kilograms. Are these bets speculative, or is there real reason to think that silver can be the new gold? Let's open this up. Let's ask some of our guests. We're ending on a speculative note, but it is Diwali season, and sometimes all that glitters is not gold. It can also be, in Delhi at least, a cracker. But Ajay Bagga, let me ask you and Dr. Ranganathan, both of you. Ajay Bagga, you're a market expert, you deal in commodities, you know about these things. Why has silver suddenly become the new gold? And can it actually go and become the new gold?
It won't become the new gold, Rahul. Fundamentally, what happens, 60% of the silver goes into industry. So, all your solar panels, electric vehicles, green panels, batteries, everything, depends on silver. Second, in the silver mining, unlike gold mining, where you have specialized gold mines, only 25% are silver mines. 75% silver comes as a byproduct. When you make other metals, you're making lead, you're making zinc, you're making aluminium, there is some silver coming out. So it's not that easy to increase the supply. What has happened, gold has rallied for the last 3-4 years. Silver is in a catch-up mode. Normally, Rahul, we have something called the gold to silver ratio. We watch that very carefully. That tells you how overvalued gold is versus silver. That had gone up a lot. It's still at about 82. Normally, it will be in the 60s to 70. It's going to go there. So silver will outperform for the next couple of quarters at least. But silver does not transplant gold. Holding silver takes a lot more volume. So all my UHNI customers, Rahul, who hold physical gold and silver, you have to take separate bullion vaults to keep silver. You can't keep it in a bank locker the way you can keep gold. 10-gram gold bars are very valuable. 10 gram of silver is just about 15 lakhs. So that's the difference. But silver definitely is on a roll, Rahul.
Silver is on a roll. So if you were an investor and you were given a choice when you're diversifying your portfolio, as it happens, I'm trying to do the same. I've been told that mutual funds perhaps not exactly the only place you should be putting your meager savings. So I've decided to buy a couple of gold bonds. Now I'm wondering if I've done the right thing. Maybe I should have bought silver bonds.
Yeah. No, Rahul, when the retail herds wake up, now everybody wants to buy gold and silver. Probably that's a topping signal that the game is over. So in the short term, I don't know, very difficult to say, but there is a short squeeze on in silver. There is very little physical silver left, Rahul, right from Perth to Turkey to London. London, they are having to fly in silver from New York. There is a $3 to $4 per ounce difference between London, where the big banks, the bullion banks, what we call, who control gold and silver globally, they don't have any silver left in their vault. So they are scrambling to get in silver from all over the world. So right now, the squeeze that we have seen, where if today you have physical silver, Rahul, you can sell it for 1.9 lakhs in the Zaveri Bazaar. Even though the spot price might be 1.6, 1.7 lakhs, you will get a premium. Some days earlier in this week, Rahul, it was selling for 2 lakh rupees, right, because there is no physical silver.
That's very interesting. I'll just come back to Dr. Ranganathan. Gold digger, is a term that we have associated with lots of vices. But I want to ask you, what could be would it translate effectively? Sterling stealer, or I don't know. But it's an interesting one. It's an interesting swap. Didn't see that happening.
Another term comes to mind when we talk of Indian politics: silver spoon. No, but remember when just the other day, off the record, you were telling me about buying a 20 lakh gold necklace this Dhanteras, and I told you.
Well, I wish.
No,
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for a sugar daddy if we are on commodities.
No, but I think of course, like Ajay ji is a market expert, I speak as a layman out here, but commonsensical couple of things. Number one, the fact is that yes, silver is gaining a lot of ground, and there are, if you were to talk to Nilesh ji, for example, that Ajay ji knows very well, who Ajay ji knows very well, a lot of mutual funds have started gold and silver inclusion in their portfolio. So it's already begun. That wasn't the case 2 years ago. But be that as it may, gold is still 100 times costlier, than silver. But I think as a layman, there are a couple of things that affect the price of these precious metals. The first is, of course, supply and demand, and that goes on with how OPEC also operates, supply and demand, and that's how you have the price fluctuation. The other, increasingly, we are seeing is uncertainty, and that is being brought about by Trump and also the current physical situation of debt in America. So the reason many are speculating about the increase in gold prices, quote unquote, astronomically, is directly related to what Trump is doing, his tariffs, and also the 38-40 trillion odd debt that America is facing right now. For how long will this continue? Of course, people always go back to, as in chemistry we say, the global energy minimum, to a bankable commodity, which is always gold. So gold will never outshine, or silver will never outshine gold, let's put it that way. So I think I hugely recommend you to go for that 20 lakh necklace that you were having in mind.
So you still need a gold finger, not a silver spoon. Okay. Well, look, very quickly, 2.46 lakhs per kilograms is where some people forecast gold to be, Mr. Bagga. Do you think silver to be? Do you think it's going to happen?
I think it will happen next year, Rahul. Again, demand supply, sheer demand supply. Silver is very undersupplied. Gold still, you have a lot of scrap coming in. Just one more number I want to give you, Rahul. More than 34,000 tons is the Indian household holding of gold. And from the beginning of this year, that household wealth has gone from $3 trillion to $3.8 trillion. That's 89% of our GDP.
Yeah, exactly.
We are a very rich country, Rahul. Every single household has gold, and it is proving right for them. Now, from here, as gold goes to $5,000, all Indians get rich, Rahul.
Sir, aram se boliye. My wife will tell me, where is the gold in the house? And whose job is it to... The poor lady wears plastic jewelry most of the time. So anyhow, I'll leave it at that, viewers. It's been entertaining, but it's also been informative. Diwali Dhamaka this time with silver sterling. I'll leave it to that.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Coming in from Gujarat.
અને હું ગુજરાત રાજ્યના નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકેના મારા કર્તવ્યો શ્રદ્ધાપૂર્વક અને અંતઃકરણપૂર્વક બજાવીશ અને ભય કે પક્ષપાત
भय के पक्षपात,
રાગ કે દ્વેષ વિના
राग के द्वेष विना
તમામ લોકો સાથે
તમામ લોકો સાથે
સંવિધાન અને કાયદા અનુસાર
संविधान અને કાયદા અનુસાર
ન્યાયપૂર્વક વર્તીશ.
ન્યાયપૂર્વક વર્તીશ.
હું
હર્ષ રમેશ કુમાર સંઘવી
ઈશ્વરના નામે સોગંદ લઉં છું કે
ઈશ્વરના નામે સોગંદ લઉં છું કે
હું ગુજરાત રાજ્યના નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકે
ગુજરાત રાજ્યના નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકે
જે કોઈ બાબત મારી વિચારણા માટે લાવવામાં આવશે અથવા મારા જાણવામાં આવશે તેની જાણ એવા નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકેના મારા કર્તવ્યોના યોગ્ય પાલન માટે આવશ્યક હોય તે સિવાય પ્રત્યક્ષ કે પરોક્ષ રીતે કોઈ પણ વ્યક્તિ અથવા વ્યક્તિઓને કરીશ નહીં અથવા તેની કે તેમની આગળ તેને પ્રકટ કરીશ નહીં. ધન્યવાદ.
Payal Mehta joins us with more details. That's the big Gujarat cabinet reshuffle, the oath-taking ceremony that is ongoing. Payal, give us a sense of, what you've been able to conclude so far. We were putting the number to the list, and what replacements are we essentially looking at? Give us a clarity on that front.
Well, as far as the replacements are really concerned, 9 of them have been replaced, given the fact that their survey report has not come out very good quickly. The Gujarat government has been holding a survey for these ministers who have been dropped for the last 1 year, and there was a lot of negative feedback coming their way as well. You still have 2 years to go for the next Gujarat Assembly election, and therefore the BJP does not want to take any chances. But the big news and the big update as far as this reshuffle is concerned is the fact that Harsh Sanghvi has now become the deputy CM. Remember, he comes in from South Gujarat. He's been a representative of South Gujarat from the Majura constituency, which is in Surat. It has been a big jump for.
Viewers, the MiGs are retired, but in steps the light combat aircraft Tejas Mk-1A as it took its maiden flight from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited's Nashik facility today in the presence of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Those are the iconic pictures. These warplanes are replacing the aging MiG-21 fighter jets.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Coming in from Gujarat.
અને હું ગુજરાત રાજ્યના નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકેના મારા કર્તવ્યો શ્રદ્ધાપૂર્વક અને અંતઃકરણપૂર્વક બજાવીશ અને ભય કે પક્ષપાત રાગ કે દ્વેષ વિના તમામ લોકો સાથે સંવિધાન અને કાયદા અનુસાર ન્યાયપૂર્વક વર્તીશ. હું
હર્ષ રમેશ કુમાર સંઘવી
ઈશ્વરના નામે સોગંદ લઉં છું કે હું ગુજરાત રાજ્યના નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકે જે કોઈ
જે કોઈ બાબત
મારી વિચારણા માટે લાવવામાં આવશે
મારી વિચારણા માટે લાવવામાં આવશે અથવા
મારા જાણવામાં આવશે
મારા જાણવામાં આવશે
તેની જાણ એવા નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકેના મારા કર્તવ્યોના યોગ્ય પાલન માટે આવશ્યક હોય તે સિવાય પ્રત્યક્ષ કે પરોક્ષ રીતે કોઈ પણ વ્યક્તિ અથવા વ્યક્તિઓને કરીશ નહીં અથવા તેની કે તેમની આગળ તેને પ્રકટ કરીશ નહીં ધન્યવાદ.
Payal Mehta joins us with more details. That's the big Gujarat cabinet reshuffle, the oath-taking ceremony that is ongoing. Payal, give us a sense of, what you've been able to conclude so far. We were putting the number to the list, and what replacements are we essentially looking at? Give us a clarity on that front.
Well, as far as the replacements are really concerned, 9 of them have been replaced, given the fact that their survey report has not come out very good quickly. The Gujarat government has been holding a survey for these ministers who have been dropped for the last 1 year, and there was a lot of negative feedback coming their way as well. We still have 2 years to go for the next Gujarat Assembly elections, and therefore the BJP does not want to take any chances. But the big news and the big update as far as this reshuffle is concerned is the fact that Harsh Sanghvi has now become the deputy CM. Remember, he comes in from South Gujarat. He's been a representative of South Gujarat from the Majura constituency, which is in Surat. It has been a big jump for him, given the fact that he was the MOS home. He was also the sports minister of the state. Somebody who was the youngest home minister of Gujarat after Amit Shah as well. And he's got a big boost because not only does he become the deputy CM, but he's also going to be a cabinet minister.
Hello, Namaskar. This is First Post and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is in Washington today. He's there to get more weapons, including the long-range Tomahawk missile. But before he could make the pitch, Trump got a phone call. On the other side was Russian President Vladimir Putin. The call lasted for more than 2 hours and Trump's tone shifted. Zelensky may or may not get the missiles, but Putin is getting a summit in Europe. We'll tell you more about it. Trump has also flipped the script in Gaza. From saying that Hamas violence does not bother him, he is now threatening to kill them. In Pakistan, Defence Minister Khwaja Asif has blamed India for the clashes with the Taliban. Also in focus, why gold prices are surging and whether you should invest in it now. Why Bangladesh's new charter is controversial. Why the International Monetary Fund has issued a strong warning about global debt. And the story of Diwali and how it is celebrated across different religions and cultures. All this and more lined up. The headlines first. It's a shot in the arm for the Indian Air Force. The first Tejas Mark 1A fighter aircraft from Nashik in Maharashtra completes its maiden flight. This took place in the presence of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. The formal induction of the jet into the Indian Air Force will depend on the successful completion of ongoing trials. Venezuela deploys thousands of troops near the Colombian border. This is in response to U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean. In recent weeks, Washington has launched a series of deadly naval strikes in the Caribbean Sea. Caracas fears the U.S. wants to overthrow the Nicolas Maduro government. China expels its second senior-most general and 8 other high-ranking military officials.